Yo, shout out to everyone in the chat. We highly appreciate you guys coming to Visitation today. Stand by. We're going to wait a couple more minutes.
We're kind of trying to get some
A couple more minutes for everyone to pop out. Shout out to you guys. We're going to give away free memberships right now. Gracias.
Okay.
Yo, welcome to another episode of Visitation on here on Indicted.
Hi guys.
As you guys can see, we have the legendary Alexander Gibson, aka S.A. Grumps, in the freaking casa. Shout out to everyone.
Grumps.
See.
Shout out to everyone in the chat. Before we begin, I want to go ahead and give you guys some free memberships for everyone that's here early. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
we
shout out
don't
to
get
you
to
fools.
pick who gets them, guys.
We do not get to pick, but
If you get one, then you got one.
there it is.
That's the thing.
So shout out to every single one of you guys in the live right now. I'm glad you guys are here tuning in. I'm excited to have Alex
Damn,
back.
Big Spinal got a membership, 94.
You know what, as a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say anything. Big Spino.
Spinal's been in the comments in the last 24 hours or what?
The Spino's been in the comments in the last 24 hours. But that's okay.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
See. It's lagging.
Is it lagging?
I don't know. Somebody
Nah,
said.
we're here. We're here.
Yeah, we're here.
Nah, we're here. So you
Oh,
guys.
no, there's a delay.
Well, I wonder why.
I was
I
like,
don't
damn,
know.
I stopped moving, but I didn't stop moving.
Is there a delay or nah?
I don't know.
A little bit, yeah. Oh, wait, maybe not. I don't know. Hold on.
No, there isn't. Hey guys, is there a delay or no? Because
No,
there
I
is
think
going to
we're
be
good.
a super delay later.
Super delays.
Super delays.
Hey.
All right. So you guys, welcome back to another Visitation Hour with Negative. We got Alex, Essa Grumps, my fave. How you doing?
Chilling. I'm good. All right. Oh, yeah, you gotta wipe it down. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll probably just go like this, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's classy. That's the classy.
I
Yeah.
guess I'm the classy one.
Yeah, the classy,
For sure,
yeah.
the classy one, you guys, for sure. So tell us, Alex, tell us how you've been since the last time you were here.
I've been good. A lot of stuff's been happening. Just staying busy, grinding. Yeah.
That's all we could do.
Yeah, that's all we can do. Yeah.
Work,
Yeah.
work, work.
Work, and trying to keep up with all this social media stuff in the meantime as well.
Nah, we don't want to keep up with the social media, you know what I'm saying? Social media's for the birds.
All these wild fools in the comments, fool, like, nah, I'm cool.
But so it's been like what, a few months since you've been here?
Yeah.
How did your episode go?
It was great. Yeah. I still get people, even to this day, they come in my chat and they're like, "Oh man, I just watched your indicted interview with Negra, and like, man, it had me tearing up, or this and that." And like, I'm like, "Oh, that's cool, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's really cool."
What was did you get any negative feedback from it?
No.
Good.
No, I really
Love that.
I don't. Well, at least I don't think so. Like, usually when I get negative comments or feedbacks, it just rolls off and I just let it ride.
Yeah, there you go.
I
Yeah.
forget it. But no, mostly I've just gotten love. Got a lot of love from it.
Good.
Yeah.
Tell me, what is one memory that you didn't share the last time you were here?
One memory that I didn't share. I'm trying to think. Like, what was something good? Like, what kind of memory do you want?
I mean, anything.
So,
You know, as a matter
funny,
so we
scary.
got this book here.
Okay, let's
Tell
see.
me about you receiving any packages.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, we were talking about this a little bit. There's so many packages are bittersweet, man. This is really crazy. This is super nostalgic. You guys see this right here for me. This is a 2023. I'm so blessed that I was not in there when this version came out of this magazine.
Yeah, cool your shit, tofu.
Yeah, I was gonna say shout out Walking Horse because this thing is a lot thicker than it was when I was in there.
Really?
You know, they did not have as much stuff in here. Let me see, where's the chilorio at? Oh, hold up, they got the chata right here on the front.
Oh shit.
Carnitas. But yeah, no, we were talking about it and a little bit before, and we didn't get too deep into it, but just reminiscing on how so many people are like, oh, you get packaged and that's probably like the highlight of your term, and like that's some of the best times in there is like when you get packaged or when you go to store fat or something like that. And you think about it, and the truth is, for me personally, it was some of the saddest days, and
Why was it the saddest days?
I think it was just the realization, really. It was obviously it's great to get a bunch of stuff in prison and be able to enjoy and eat good and stuff. And after, I get through whatever, I was feeling, but like you're in there, and you get all this stuff, you get this package, you get, like, say you went to store 220 that month and you got a package in the same month and everything.
Oh, that was fucking great.
And then you're super stacked, and then like you're just sitting there with all your snacks and everything, you got new shorts or new shoes or whatever, and you like, but for me personally, I would just get hit with this sudden realization, like this is it. Like this is as good as it is. And it sucks. Like,
Yeah.
Like you just realize, like, damn, like no, I could have gotten 4 packages in this same month.
And you would still have that same, like the lonely feeling kind of thing?
Yeah, like you're still just in a cell. You're
Yeah.
still just in a cell, and it sucks, and like I feel like just on those days it would send, like, the realization just hits you even more. And like I said, like it, and I was saying that earlier to say that, we have to find kind of, that's what I'm learning, is that we have to find our own happiness within, no matter what or where we're at.
I
in the
agree.
situation.
I feel like happiness does come from within. And no matter how much money you have, no matter how many followers you have, no matter what kind of content you create, no matter what, if you're not happy within yourself,
Yeah.
nothing is going to be good.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everything you touch is going to go to poop.
Yeah. Yeah.
One form or another.
Yeah.
Because you have such, like, you're so not okay with yourself that everything's like a misery, like everything. And
Exactly.
no matter what,
Yeah.
you got, like you said, you have to work on yourself to show better.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, you could have everything you want, but are you really enjoying it?
You can't enjoy nothing, because like I said, like I could be, I don't know. I've always had like visions too, like of like seeing myself. Let me just say right now, seeing people like you guys gives me a lot of hope for my future. Just because, like, yes, I get this tunnel vision sometimes where I have to be like, I have to do it. And I have to do it all on my own, and I just have to keep going and keep going and keep going. And eventually, when I'm where I am, where I think I want to be, or where I'm going, then something will happen for me in a world of, like, starting a family or something like that, But you guys are proof that that's not the case. You guys can do it together, and you guys continue to grow together, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Yeah. In your case, just like in our case, I wasn't in the internet or anything before when I got with my husband at all. I mean, I had obviously Instagram, but I wasn't like this Instagram person whatsoever. I just had my Instagram,
Exactly.
And whoever you get with has to accept who you are. Has to accept that this is how you make your money.
Yeah.
And like a little while ago, you said something about like, we, like us, like, like there's hope. And when I see you, I'm like, man, I wish I could be like you. I'm not this big TikToker. I am not good at making skits. Like I'm not like I wish I could just do all these little like I just don't. I don't like I'm it's just not me, but it's not for me, you know? It's like that's not my path.
No.
But I mean, does it mean that I'm like, man, I wish I was like Alex, you know? And I wish I was able to do all these TikToks and like these funny things, but that's not what I do.
Yeah.
That's not what I do, you know? But back to accepting us for ourselves. Like, if you get whoever you get with has to understand that you are going to have a lot of women followers and you are going to have to go live and you are going to have to talk to these women.
Oh, yeah, that too, yeah.
And it might be a little hard, but this is something that she needs to deal with, or vice versa. Like, but if you get with an actor girl,
that could definitely be something that I would have to do. Because I'm like, damn, like fuck, like excuse me, that like to think about it. Hey, it's funny because we just did a play, and hopefully Jake doesn't see this and shouldn't. Well, either way, we did a play.
You did a play.
And it was my first time having to do an intimacy scene.
Oh, shit.
Where I have to kiss my scene partner.
Oh, dang.
And my scene partner is happily married. And I love her. And her husband is wonderful. I love them both. And they're really, really awesome individuals. But we talked about it. And the truth is that we care about each other so much as friends, and we understand what this industry calls for, and is going to ask us to do.
My God, it's kind of like crazy though, huh?
It is.
Did you feel weird?
Me, personally, I feel like it was a lot easier for me than it probably was for them. Because they're happily married, happily married. And I will say this.
Oh my God, you guys.
We did really great. I feel like our
scene. No tattoos?
No. Well, it's a play, so we had to do it 4 different times.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So,
wow.
But I will say this: on the night that the homie was there watching the play,
oh no,
we and I just went with it, because you feed off your partner's energy, your scene partner's energy, and whatever is going on in the moment, you guys got to just be there and be supportive for each other, and I could tell how nervous she was, yeah, and well, no, like the other times it was like fine, we did it really supernatural and everything just went off really naturally, and it's like she would be super locked in, and then a split second before like the kiss or whatever, she would like turn slightly, and I just went with it, so we'd do like side kisses, and it still looked beautiful. The scene was amazing,
like real, obviously, and especially because it's far away.
Exactly, and it still looked great, and but it's just to think about it, like I don't know how I would respond, especially I've never known that kind of love, so
but you will.
I definitely will. Yeah, I feel.
I'm sure you got a gang of girls on your butt.
No, I wish. No, right?
No, it's you. You have to.
No. I feel like my followers. Yes, there are lovely women that follow me. Yes, obviously. But I got most of my 90% of my fan are all the homies. which is cool, man. I love it though.
And we're talking about what you're doing. Tell us about your movies. That premiered. One of them just premiered. Both,
two
right?
of them just premiered. Yeah. So we had horchata with oat milk. I think we talked about it on the. I think we talked about both these movies in the initial interview. So horchata with oat milk and Die Like a Man both premiered in April. Horchata with oat milk.
I was there.
April Fool's Day, and I was there.
That was so good.
It was great. Yeah, it was. I think I mentioned that. You never know, especially after waiting 5 years for something to come out, and then you're like, I really hope this doesn't suck.
You even forgot what you did, probably, huh?
A little bit, in a sense, yeah, definitely. And I was a completely different person back then.
Because you were fresh out, kind of.
I was fresh out. I was. I was not sober yet either.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I hadn't started my sobriety journey.
So
there was a lot going on in my life.
You got sober after you got out.
I got sober after I got out, yeah.
Did we talk about that?
I don't think
we
we've been
talked
super
about
in
that.
depth about it. I think we may have touched on it, but not
And that's
really
something
too
that I
much.
do like to always like to talk about. Like I always like to talk about when you're in there and you are an active user. Like, do you stop using when you get out? Do you stop using before you get in? Like right before you get out? Like how was that for you? Like
For me, well, just to be completely transparent, like I was in there and I felt like I've never been like a super like heavy active user. Like, yes, I would partake every now and then when it was around or on occasion, I wanted to celebrate or whatever. And then I feel like we may have touched on this, but I did have like a little bit of a run with doing meth in prison.
Okay.
It lasted about a year. And it
That
was
was a
just
longer run, fool.
yeah, that's pretty long run. Yeah. Well, hey, that's like 10% of the term. You know what I'm saying? That's like a 9%.
Yeah, definitely true. Hey, that's true. That's true. Sorry.
But yeah. So I had a little run, and then when I came home, I knew I didn't want to like. I had always stayed away from black because for me personally, I just knew. I didn't know. There's no way you could really know anything unless you actually do it. We don't want to try that.
No, I'm scared.
Yeah, I had a feeling that because I'm so wound up that if I was to start getting into something that's such a downer like that I probably would have just fallen in love with it. Because honestly, I do meth was not much of a difference. I'm already wound up. Yeah, I'm already wound up. Yeah,
Exactly the same way.
Yeah,
Obviously, I mean, nowadays these drugs are completely different, right?
exactly.
But before, bro, I'm exactly the same way. Maybe a little faster.
Yeah.
But I mean, how much faster can I get?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it don't change much.
No, seriously,
No.
seriously.
But
So you're saying when you filmed it, you were still using?
no, I wasn't. I wasn't using in the sense of like doing meth or like using hardcore drugs. But that's what I was getting to. When I came home, it was a whole nother world that I had never experienced, and I was being introduced to so much things. Like as far as if we're speaking in the world of drugs and stuff like that. It's like I had never done like the party drugs like ecstasy or the hallucinogens like mushrooms or like DMT was a thing, acid is a thing, like all these like psychedelics were like, I was like, whoa, like I never tried those before.
Oh.
So I was like excited. So I got really heavy into, like the going to raves, and taking mushrooms and trying to move into new dimensions and
hell
yeah. Experience the world in a different light, and I was still, but I was always, no matter what, I always knew, even through it, all my journey of drug use, my desire for the life that I have and career and my drive that I have has always outweighed any desire I have to use or anything like that.
Good.
And that's why I believe I am where I am today as far as my journey of sobriety.
Good.
Actually, what's today? Wednesday? On Friday, or is it Wednesday?
Has been a many days.
23, 24. Is it Saturday will be the 24th?
I don't know. What's today's date?
Today's the 21st.
Oh, yeah.
So, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 21,
The
22,
24th, look, you go
23,
24th,
24. See,
Saturday.
I'm slow. But
fast.
Yeah. But the 24th, I'll have 3 years of sobriety.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. And I feel great most of the time. Sometimes I, be like, dang, that bottle looks great.
Because you don't even drink.
I don't drink. I don't even smoke tobacco anymore.
Oh, good.
Nothing. But I've worked myself to a
That's the addiction
great
now.
spot. Huh?
That's the addiction now.
What is that?
The working.
Working? Yeah, it is. It's honestly, there's so many other addictions. Not just there's so
Seriously.
many things. Like I can't even stop eating. I smacked 4 birria tacos across the street right here before I got here.
Oh, fire.
They were delicious.
Fire.
But I'm trying my best to pick up the working out addiction, but that's the hardest one to get.
Tell me about it. And so back to your movies.
Oh yeah, we were talking about things. Yeah, so the movies are great. Horchata with Oat Milk came out. You were there. You guys were there. We got to share that experience with you, and I feel like it was just so well received. by the community. Our community is it's just a beautiful thing. Like I feel like, and personally, I thought the movie was great.
I thought the movie was great
I
as
thought
well.
it was great. I thought it was funny. You know, it's jam packed with all the heavy hitters. You know, in the comedy world from our community, and you know, it was also speaking on the premiere in general. It was just dope to be in that setting, to be with the fellas that we all shot that X amount of years ago, and to see where we're all at now.
Yes.
Is crazy, you know.
Everyone has gone up.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
where everybody's continued to work hard, you know, and if you continue to work hard and that's all you focus on is working hard and working on yourself, there's only one way to go.
Yeah.
There's only, and you know, going up doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, you know, you're the most popular, but going up in every aspect, even within yourself. You see yourself changing, you see yourself growing, you see yourself getting this skit, I mean, this, what do you guys call it when you get a part in the movie? A role.
A role.
Yeah, you know,
yeah.
you got this role and now you got a bigger role, and you know, you're just like, oh my God, you're just doing so much.
Yeah, yeah. And I definitely had to on that note, I had to learn, you know, that it doesn't like you said, the followers and all that stuff are like, yes, they're coming now and they're starting to build up, but there was a lot of work that went into, you know, like, for one, working on myself. I had to find my sobriety. I had to find that and work on myself, and I've elevated in that way, spiritually and, you know, like health wise in general, you know.
Besides the working out.
Huh? Besides working. Well, actually, I'm doing pretty good. I ran a mile in 6 minutes and 47 seconds
God.
like 3 days ago.
Just do a lot of working out skits, fool.
I know.
Like Grumpy, you know, gets mad at you because you're working out so much or something.
I'm gonna be, he'd be happy. He'd be like,
Wait, besides your movies, let's talk about Grumpy. Was Grumpy actually somebody?
yeah, we talked about it on Indicted.
Really?
Yeah, I told you about it. He was inspired by my celly.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, we did. You're right.
Yeah.
That was a sick ass fool, huh?
He was a savage, and I have so much love for him. But he had this thing. Speaking of burpees, he had this thing that every year on his birthday, he told me about it. I was only with him for about 2 years, but he told me every year on his birthday he does 1,000 burpees. First thing he does in the morning on his birthday. Usually every day he does about 500 when I was with him, but every day on his birthday he would do 1,000 burpees.
And what would be his reason?
Just to keep himself young. Yeah.
And that's why the guys come on and they're so young.
Yeah.
Well, they're not so young, but so young, younger looking, you know, healthier. Obviously, the ones that actually do take care of themselves. Because you could be in there. Oh, are you laughing? You see
No, somebody just said congratulations on the sobriety.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. I mean, it can't get any better than that, bro.
Yeah, it can't. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. No, honestly, no. Honestly, no. Like, you know, because I drink.
Yeah.
I drink and I smoke, but not like I used to whatsoever.
Yeah.
Once I had my son, my 6-year-old, like things kind of changed.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I just don't like to wake up with a headache. I don't like to. It just doesn't. I don't feel cool. Yeah, am I gonna still do it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But not like every weekend. I don't drink. I used to drink every day at home. Like I'll buy a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Now I don't whatsoever. My husband doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't do anything.
Right. Yeah.
So sometimes it's like he gives me the look, you know, and I'm like, fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. Let's get out of here. Yeah.
I can't be here. Take me home. But because it's. If I'm not drinking, I'm staying my ass home.
Yeah.
And can I have fun without it? Yes. But it still gives me like a different little vibe, you know?
Yeah. I feel like that's one thing that I definitely do miss sometimes. It's like when you're out and everybody around you is like in it and having fun and enjoying. It's like, I don't know. I have to be. I don't know. I can get in it and I can have fun and like just turn up and be like. But like I feel like I was just like a superhero when I used to drink.
Because you were one of those that got into fights then, huh?
No, not like that. No, I'm the one that's like at the pool party at EDC, and I'm like, I'm about to go talk us into a free cabana right now.
Oh,
you
nice.
Know, like
I'm like, here, Alex, just a shot.
yeah, exactly. Like no, because I when I came home, I started working all the raves and stuff, and like we'll be like at the pool party, you know, chilling, and I'll be like. The DJ's up on this giant ship DJing, and I'm like, I'm about to go up there on that shit.
Oh
And they're
no.
like,
So
I don't know if you're gonna be able to make it.
so I'm assuming you didn't go to the rave this weekend.
No.
Because there was like this big old rave this weekend.
That's EDC.
Oh, that's what
that's
it is.
EDC. And I've actually, it's been tradition for me since I came home. I've been to like 5 of them, I believe, out of the 7 years I've been home. So I've missed 2 now.
The sober ones.
Yeah. No, well, no, actually, my sobriety date was, I clocked it the day after. I changed it initially because it was before it was at EDC. I mean, it was before EDC, but I went to EDC, didn't drink, didn't use or anything the entire time I was there. And I was like, all my people were really supportive of me, you know, and they knew that I was like not drinking or using or anything like that. And I was like, you know what? I need something to take the edge off. And they had like, have you ever heard of poppers?
No.
It's like you smell it and it gives you like a nos kind of head rush type
Really?
thing. Yeah.
It's like a new thing?
I don't even know.
I
don't
never
know how
even
long
heard
it's
of
been
it.
around.
The
But it's like a
poppers.
little vial, yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I'm not even
But,
down.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
not.
But so I was like, I need something to take the
Because it's like too much.
like I was if you're getting sober and you are feeling like you're feeling horrible, if you're feeling like everything hurts, if you feel like your head is gonna explode and like all that stuff is natural and it does go away, just so you
Yes.
guys know.
Everything passes for sure.
It passes, you know.
Everything
and-
passes for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I smelled some of those poppers and got a head rush, you know, and I spent some time with a lady friend out there, you know,
Oh,
and that's
shit.
kind of how and that's what got me through EDC. But I still decided to set my date as the day after EDC. So now my sobriety date is whatever the day was after EDC. the day
Because
after.
I
got home.
personally, I don't think I would be able. I've never been to a rave.
They're amazing.
I just feel like it's just too much chaos.
See, that's probably for certain people, if you're not down for the chaos, if you're more of a laid back kind of chill, like see, okay, so there's bar people and there's club people, I feel like.
And there's the naked people.
And there's naked people. No, in general. No, I'm just talking about in life. Yes, yes. They're all at the rave. Yes, all those 3 of those people are at the rave. But it's funny you say that because it was my first time being at EDC. I was fresh out, started working as a production assistant. I met this cool homie who's like, "Hey, fool, you trying to work this concert with me in Vegas?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." And I'm like, maybe a year out, and I'm like waiting in the middle of this empty field, big stages all over me because they hadn't let nobody in. And I'm just like, all right. And they're like, all right, we're getting ready to open the gates. And I heard on the walkie-talkie, I was like, cool. No, and I look, boom, just a flood of like 150,000
Running.
half-naked women just running towards me. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell, like fucking get myself into? Like, this
Really?
is
Super
insane.
scary.
It was amazing. It was amazing. I loved it. Yeah. But that takes me back to my point. Is like, not at just at the raves, but in life in general, there are people that are bar people that prefer to just chill at like a quiet bar, you know, have some music with some friends where they can talk. And then there's club people who would like to be in the club in the middle of the chaos and all of that stuff. And drinking or not, I feel like I'm always gonna be a club person.
Yeah, I'm just
in the
drinking
chaos.
or not, I'm gonna dance, bro.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Even if I'm at the market,
Yeah.
if there's music, I'm dancing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mhm.
That's I guess I'm a clubber.
Yeah.
But I haven't
Yeah.
been to a club in who knows how long.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you might like it then. You might like the rave then because it's the chaos. It seems crazy. It seems scary. But when there's something about the amount of energy in the space like that is
Makes it like
it's amazing. Yeah. Even without any kind of substances. Yeah, I can still go to a rave to this day. And actually, I'm going to one on Saturday, I think, or Sunday.
Okay,
Yeah.
little raver.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got your little long hair. You
Yeah,
gonna wear?
Yeah. I used
Like, what are you
to
gonna wear?
I used to dress up and get super I still kind of do a little bit. I would get like super colorful or super like something cool, but I always go in the mosh pits and stuff like that. So that's what I usually do. But last time I went to a
Really
little,
saw the anger.
yeah, exactly. That was like my therapy when I came home.
Yeah.
But last time I went to a rave like a couple of weeks ago at this club in Huntington Beach, and I wore like a button up, you know, with a tie, you know, and I'm like look all fancy, and then I jump in the mosh pit, you know, crazy.
Oh, that's kind of like a vibe.
Yeah.
That's a vibe. I like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. That's cool.
So I like to do some things that stand out a little bit. But I'm a showman. I like to.
You like
I'm
the.
always performing.
Hey, it's who you are.
Yeah,
It's who you are.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's good. Let me also ask you, what do you have a favorite Indicted episode, or do you watch Indicted?
I don't watch much of anything, honestly. I don't watch much of anything. I watched Problems episodes for sure, and I loved it. I need to go watch Jimmy's because you guys just had Jimmy on the other day, and Jimmy, I was with him in Ironwood before.
Oh, I saw your comment. Yeah.
That's my boy right there. I got a lot of love for Jimmy, and Problem. But yeah, like I said, I don't really. The only time I really watch things are for educational purposes.
Got
Like
it.
I'm trying to learn like how to take my business to the next level, or like how to bump up my credit score, or like stuff like that.
I have a good credit guy.
Oh, let me know.
I'm actually working on my credit, and he's really, really good. Actually, we were with him this morning. It's called Law Solution.
Latino Solution.
Latino Solution. I don't know why I always call it Latino Solution.
I think you
posted it
mentioned
before.
Yeah, but I think you mentioned it to me the first time we were here, but we didn't really talk too much about it. But
Well, we're still working on it.
Yes.
And it's funny thing is that people think that, oh, you're gonna pay this, you're gonna start, and it's like you're magically gonna have like an 8 credit score. Like,
Yeah.
it takes a long time.
No, it takes time, but it's very doable.
Very.
I've worked. I think even since last time we were talking about, I was at like a 6 something, and I've been just grinding, and ever since
You haven't been late on any of your credit payments,
I
right?
haven't. I'm up to like a 756 right now.
God,
Yeah.
chill.
I know.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? It's about to go down when I just came from CarMax. I'm trying to put my that was the first time I've ever gone to like a dealership and tried to get a car.
Did you already get the car?
No.
Don't go to CarMax.
Okay.
CarMax. I didn't even
CarMax.
say. Me and Paisa.
Yeah. And CarMax.
CarMax.
Yeah.
No, go to an actual dealer,
Why?
especially if you have really good credit.
Yeah, but I don't have a lot of income. That's what scares me.
That doesn't. I mean, you still have to make. Trust me.
Yes.
Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Nice. We'll talk about it after.
Trust me. Okay, we're talking.
Yeah,
We're talking. No CarMax.
No CarMax. Oh shit, that's fucking super funny.
Oh, but let's get back. Let's get back to the movies because we can't get.
Yeah, go.
Get through
Yes.
them, right? So Horchata with Old Milk was great. If you guys haven't watched it, watch it. And then there was Die Like a Man. Did you guys get to watch Die Like a Man?
I don't know.
No.
Wow.
I'm not gonna make up a life. Fool. I just haven't.
Okay. All right.
You know?
Well, okay.
Kind of the same way you don't got time to watch episodes.
That's crazy. I just don't.
No, you know
But-
what? I don't know why. I honestly don't know why we haven't. To be honest, I don't ever sit down and watch TV myself. Like, I really don't. I wake up, this is not even about me, but I wake up and I'm like a mom.
Okay.
I'm working, I'm cleaning.
Well, you're a whole family people.
You know, like I'm
Yes,
literally,
that's how
sometimes
stuff.
I don't even sit down during the
Yeah.
day and I don't even leave the damn house. Imagine that.
I know. Well, on that note, Die Like a Man was a great movie too.
Tell us about it.
Super great. It was it follows the journey of a young man it's really a coming of age story about this young man who's struggling to find his place in the world, you know, and find out what it means to be a man. And we talked about it with Icon when we did the podcast with him, and we shared about it. But it's a really powerful story, you know, especially for young men young men and women, you know, that are growing up in that life today. You know, I feel I can really relate to it even now because we're often faced with these decisions that, you know, like it's just simply is, are you down or not? You know, are you down or not?
That is a perfect thing to even say right now. Like, are you down or not? Like, no, I'm not down, bro.
Yeah, you know.
For you, I'm not. Like,
Exactly,
for you.
exactly.
Like, am I going to be down for you because you want to, like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm down for me.
And that's the truth.
Am I
of
gonna
what
go to
it
jail
should
for
be.
you?
Yeah.
I'm down going to jail.
And that's what's cool
watch it
about
today.
what we do too, and how we share this.
For the people that don't know, where can we watch it?
Oh, where? Oh, I believe it's on Apple TV. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on
Okay.
Apple TV for streaming, and yeah, it's called Die Like a Man.
I'm gonna watch it today.
Yeah, watch it and check it out, and you know, like if we people for people that grew up in this life, like us, you know, we grew up
Yeah.
in this life, and I feel like it gives a lot of perspective, you know, and it allows us to have space to have these conversations, you know, because this media is out there now. These types of films are out there and getting put out there now, and we can. I always say to you know the younger generation, you know, like I've already done enough time for all of us. You know, I've done enough time for you. You know, you've done enough time for all the young
Yes.
girls out there in these streets, man.
Yes.
No, you guys don't have to go no more. You know, and we're able to portray these and share these films with you guys and portray these characters like Grumpy and you know whatever characters I choose to show, you know, that are prison related content because I've lived that already, you know, and I can share it with them so they can laugh and they don't have to go, you know.
Yeah. Love that you say that.
Yeah, and it's the truth, you know, and it is the truth, you know.
And what is your part?
My part, I play a character named Boom Boom. It was one of my first roles. It's actually the first role I was ever cast in.
This is even before.
Before Horchata. Actually, it's funny because we filmed Horchata before we filmed Die Like a Man, but I was cast in Die Like a Man before I was cast in Horchata.
Got it.
But because of the timing and how everything played out with COVID and the strike and everything like that, it was just a bunch of chaos, yeah. But they both ended up getting made and both ended up coming out. But I was super like fresh out when we started working with on Die Like a Man. We were doing
Wow.
we were doing like little practice run throughs, like kind of chemistry, you know, like exercises with the main actor who is Miguel Angel Garcia, who plays the character Freddy in the film. We would, you know, like I just remember him being like, the director Eric Nazarian being like, okay, look, we're gonna have you guys walk up on Freddy and just act like however you would, you know, if you were gonna like run up on him and try to jack him.
So
or
it really
something
wasn't
that.
like, hey, this is what you're gonna say. That you basically could do your
You
own.
could do whatever you want, kind of. And he just kind of wanted to get a feel for it. And he was just going through the backyard, and he'll just be like, okay, look, you two. All right, now you guys go from around the corner and come around and do however you would do it. And then boom, you two come around the corner and however you would do it, you know. And then I think it was me and Dinero did one together, and he loved it, you know. And I think
Shout out to Dinero.
yeah, shout out Dinero. He's a good homie.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, fool. Hey, he didn't answer my call today. Fool, I'm
Damn,
mad at you,
fool,
fool. That's
why?
crazy, fool. Yeah. Nah. But
God, I love that. You know, I just told you not too long ago, or a little earlier, and I say it all the time. I love to watch you when I'm feeling grumpy. You know, I'll go watch you or Concrete, and you guys take me out of that little funk, like, you know.
Yeah.
Because honestly, you guys are funny, man.
Thank you.
It's like super funny. And like, who's your favorite?
What do you mean?
Like, which one do you enjoy doing more? Like Grumps or the fool with the glasses with the long hair? Like, which one? Do you ever play Yu?
There's one character that I've put up that he doesn't really have a name, but I've done, and he actually came about before I started putting like more of the other characters that I started naming. Like I did Grumpy. I was like, oh, when you get settled with a grumpy Shelly or whatever, and then I did another one a few months later, or maybe like a month later. It's like, oh, wait, or the hyper Shelly be like, and I was definitely the hyper.
That was you.
Shelly,
Oh,
yeah.
hell no.
I was because like I don't know if you ever seen that one, but like it's like, oh, look what I drew, fool. Like, you know, like, oh, like I drew this drawing. Look, that's me, that's you. You know, like, oh, boom, and then he goes, he does something else. Hey, you want to play cartas, fool? You want to play some cards, fool? Let's play some cards, fool.
I see that one. I see that one.
And then,
That's you.
That's me, yeah.
Oh, hell.
And then just singing all day. Like, I would be singing all day long.
Are you gonna continue? I see this new little song. Well, not little,
Music that's
but
coming
yeah,
out?
music. Are you gonna do?
Yes.
I seen something today. Maybe I don't know when you did it, but it was like you singing.
Yeah, we did. We put out a single just the other day on the 18th. The homie dropped it. He hit us up randomly. Me and the homie Lyrics, the homie Mars. He's also on our team with From the Streets to the Set, and I love his music too. He's got bars. He does good
Nice.
good on his stuff. But he just sent us a beat. He was like, hey, fool, like, I want you fools to get on this. And I'm like, all right.
Nice.
And it just happens. And like, I don't know. Like, I put some stuff together and it sounds good, you know. I feel like at least. And it's been received pretty well. But me and the Homie Lyrics, shout out to Homie Lyrics, we're working on an EP right now, like a 7-track EP. And, you know, it's probably going to be mostly like hip hop, rap related.
Love that. You should come do a mic drop.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm never scared. Shit. I don't know what it is. What is a mic drop? But I'm down. Let's do it.
I'm not trying to make. He's not even here. He's on some other show. I don't know what he's doing. But
Yeah.
But yeah, you should.
I would love that.
I love when you know, obviously I like to watch everybody and I like to see everybody work positively. Like you don't need to do like negative things to get
Exactly.
to get you know, just to get a reaction or to get followers or to get your work out there.
Yeah.
You know? You don't need to do that, and that's so good. Like we've gone through so much negative things in our life.
Exactly.
But obviously it was a choice.
Yes.
We chose our life.
Yes, we did. Yes.
So it's not like, you know, like for people are like, oh my God, you've been through so much, bro. Like, no, don't do that.
Like, yeah.
I chose to live the life I live.
Yeah.
And I lived it to the max, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's different when people are like, you know, I didn't have like, bro, we all have choices, especially when you're an adult.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, you know, there's people that go through things when they're younger as kids and, you know, they get, you know, abused and things like that. That is harder to get over and, you know, but for people like, I don't know, you, like myself, it's like, bro, I didn't really go through much. Like, yeah, my parents got divorced. Like, so what? Like, I chose to be how I was, and I knew I was always going to be a loca since I was little.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, if it's you, it's you.
Yeah, and that's how it is sometimes.
And that's how it is. What is your, what do you enjoy doing the most?
In general, like as far as artistically?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm at the point I'm in my life right now. I feel like I love it all, but I have said in the past that music was always my first love when it comes to artistically, because I used to sing in prison. I used to write. I started writing music in prison, and that was always, you know, my greatest escape in there, you know. But I've gotten exposed and to so many different forms of art since I've been home that I love it all. I really do. You know, like there's I feel like at the core of performing, I think it really is the performing that is the best part of anything artistically. Because it's the same. Like I was even talking about, like we were talking about it the other day, like even when I'm in the studio recording, like the Homie Lyrics, like he can sit down and be like editing on the computer and like sit over, like turn over, record a bar into the microphone, edit it, record, you know, like I can't do that. Like I have to stand up. I cannot be sitting down and record music because I have to feel it inside of me. Yes, exactly. Like
because you have to sing with your stomach.
That too, but yeah. But like even just in general, it's like it's more like an energy thing. It's like an energy that has to be built up into me to like let it go. You know?
Let it go.
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
exactly. That exactly.
Let
it all go. Let it go. Yeah.
Get enough of us.
Yeah. But there's something beautiful about it, and you get the same. I get the same thing when I'm on stage performing a play, when I'm performing in front of the camera. It's all the same. Even when I let myself be free to do a skit, you know, and just perform whatever character I'm embodying in the moment, you know.
I just pictured it and I'm going like, this is your hair. It's just too funny. They're just too funny. It's just too funny. Tell us an untold prison story.
An untold prison story.
I'm sure you got millions of them.
I'm trying to think of what we talked about the first time. I think I told you guys about when I fucking was handcuffed and I had to take a shit on the bus after a 22-hour bus ride, handcuffed to a homie.
Oh yeah, I do remember that one.
I told you guys that one. Let's see, untold prison story. Untold prison story. I'm trying to think of like any.
Did I ask you about your favorite cellies?
I don't know if you asked me specifically, but I definitely did share.
We
I
did
think
talk
about
about
some
Cellies.
because Grumpy was one of my favorite Cellies. His name wasn't Grumpy, but
Oh, grumpy ass fool.
yeah, he was a grumpy ass fool. But his name was not Grumpy, but he was definitely one of my favorite Cellies. I had a lot of really good Cellies. I was blessed. I had a lot of crazy Cellies too, crazy ones, and we talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, that one
But
that you had to take off on.
yeah, yeah.
And you got sad after.
That no, actually that was Grumpy. No.
Oh,
Yeah,
dang.
yeah.
Okay.
But that one I was not sad about that one. The crazy fool I was definitely not sad. That fool was
Crazy.
crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was very I was the opposite of sad. Well, not really the opposite of sad. I was angry.
Did I
was very
ask you
angry.
when you let your hair grow, or did it?
I don't know if you asked me that, but I started growing my hair in 2010, and I just remember thinking like, man, I'm gonna be able to headbang crazy one day. I'll be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And now
The
I would watch
headbangers,
for-
the
yes,
headbangers.
Yes, I'd be in the mosh pit with all the headbangers.
Oh,
acting
no.
like a crazy person.
Sweaty ass girls,
Yes,
bro.
yes. Yeah, and my hair gets caught in people's backpacks, and I'm like,
Oh, no.
He's caught in everything. Yeah.
But in prison, a lot of guys have long hair now. Or no?
Maybe not really. Not where we were, you know.
Everybody was bald.
Everybody's bald, yeah. Everybody's bald.
But what about now? I feel like now the boys have the boys, right?
Yeah. All the boys. They have Edgar cut in prison now.
I mean, I don't know. It kind
I
of
don't
seems
know.
like
Who
it.
knows? Who knows, really?
What I mean is because obviously all the youngsters are not bald anymore.
Yeah, the kids are not. Well, out here in the streets, kids are not
So
bald.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
But yeah,
in your days, everybody was bald.
everybody was bald. Yeah, everybody was bald, and it's a thing in there, you know. Like, and I used to get a lot of crap for it too, you know, for growing my hair. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
What do you say?
And fools would be like, you know, like no, like that's not us.
Say it in the grumpy voice.
Yeah, like hey, homie, we shave our heads right here, homie. You know what I'm saying? We keep it clean cut right here, homie. Gracias, fool.
Honestly, it's so funny because it's like so true. That's fucked up, though, huh?
It is.
Shout out to the homies.
Yeah, shout out all the homies, man. I love you guys, dog.
Honestly,
Who's
you know.
that? Baby Lowe's, man, put my whole government handle out there. What you talking about?
Dang.
But yes,
Shout out to everybody in the live. Does anybody have
Yes,
any questions for Alex? This is the
Yes,
time.
check.
Not questions for me, because I'm not answering questions right now. Questions for Alex. Today is all about Alex.
yeah,
Classic interview, for sure. Classic interview.
Classic
Because we some classic ass food.
we are classic.
Facts, you
We
know?
are big facts, big facts.
Does anybody have any
And in the meantime, I'll try and think of a story.
Yeah, in the
from today.
meantime.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions for moving around rapping?
Maybe I'll tell you guys a very funny story that I rarely tell.
Oh, somebody said bald is still the majority of them, I guess.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, because that's just how the homies have always been.
So, questions for Grumps.
When are you gonna do some more episodes with Grumps? Some more skits with Grumps coming soon. Very soon. You know, I've just been super busy. I've been super busy lately. You know, we did the movies. Right on the heels of the movies, we went right into the play. And the play kind of consumed me for a while, but I've just been trying to find the time, and I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, I just need to carve out like one day out of the week to knock out like a bunch of them.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that because I was about to ask you because obviously you have like Grumps, you have you have the other homie. Like, how long does it take you to do one skit?
It really just depends. It does. It really just depends. It depends on, for one, it depends on how quickly my brain is moving
For the day?
for the day. Yeah. And like how quickly something comes to me. Because sometimes like I'll get an idea and I'll be like, oh, that would be funny. But it needs something more, you know? And I'll be like, okay, so I'll shoot something and then I'll be like, okay, now what else do I need to do? You know, like it needs like another angle or it needs another something or another character to come in and say something like this. And then there's other days where I'm just like, okay, boom. boom, 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 boom.
You're
I'm like,
on it.
yeah, and I'm just like, okay, this was gonna be right here, this was gonna be right here, this was gonna be right here, and then like it all just plays in my head. I'm like, okay, we need this shot, this shot, this shot, this shot, and then I'm gonna be editing after 4 shots, you know, and
'Cause now
I know
you're a pro.
yeah. Well, yeah, but even still, even like I'm saying, even still, like some days I just don't
Don't feel
know.
it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just don't know, you know, like what to go with. But some days I get hit with them and I'm just ready to bam, bam, you know.
For me, like, I try to go live on TikTok
Mhm.
or even on Instagram or whatever. But if I'm not like in the mood,
Mhm.
I'm not going live.
Oh yeah.
So it's probably like the same thing. Like if you are not like feeling it, like you can't.
Mhm.
Like even I can't even do like, hey, you guys, don't forget to subscribe because I just don't
Mhm.
feel like
Yeah.
being on camera sometimes.
It's I blah. Even with anything that I do artistically, it's all the same, and it really comes down to how you feel about what you're putting out. And a lot of my songs in prison that I would be writing in there, I would one day I'll get hit with a verse, bam, I'll write it down, cool, and I'll write it on the back of a ducket or something and put it in my locker, and I won't even think about it for a long time. And then I'll just be going through my stuff and I'll be like, what the heck is this? And I'll be like, oh, cool. And then I'll remember it. And then next thing you know, like I'll be like 2 in the morning and I'll wake up like, oh, that would be amazing. Boom. And I just wake up, boom, and I just start writing because it just starts coming to me. And that's kind of how it is with anything artistically. You have to just feel it. You have to feel
Yeah,
it.
you
You know,
gotta
because
feel it.
anytime you try to force it, it doesn't come out the way that you want it to.
Oh yeah, for sure. You got to be in a good space.
Yes, being in a
You
good
know?
space, yeah.
And
Word.
sometimes it's hard to be in a good space. What are they saying, Alex Memo?
I was looking, where do you want to be in 5 years from now? And do you sing Grumps any cash apps lately? Honestly, the homie that if you're speaking of my former celly and where I don't even know where he's at, you know, and I hope one day he
Ah.
reaches out to me and finds me.
Did
Uh,
anybody reach out?
I've had a lot of homies that have, you know, reached out to me that have been like, oh, I was with you here, or with you there, you know. So I've definitely because of, you know, doing the social media and stuff, there's been a lot of people that
What about girls?
have found me.
Yeah,
No,
I saw you on Indicted.
and
Oh, no, I kind of have this thing. You don't want to talk about girls.
I wish,
kinda
man.
think
I
about girls.
wish.
You're trying to like, you know.
I wish, man. I wish. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what's cracking.
Oh my God.
No, what?
Right now, you just reminded me of that one that you did when they called.
Oh, it's on the
Oh, when
phone.
you were like, hey, Christina, I was like, yo, why should I get up with Christina?
That's
Because
crazy.
you literally, obviously, you have it
Yeah.
down packed. You've been in there with
Mhm.
hearing all these guys talk.
No.
Bro, you fucking got that shit down.
Yeah.
I literally watched it like 4 or 5
Yeah.
times. Because you're like, hey, what's up? Like, how did you do it? How you do it?
Hey, what's up? What you doing?
Oh, it's so funny. And then, did you get my Valentine's card with the one with the little hearts?
Yeah,
And then that's
yeah.
just, you know, obviously you did the skit with the little hearts. Hey, you want the
Yeah.
one with the hearts?
Mhm.
Ooh, you want the one with the heart?
Yeah, yeah. I love that. I love that I have enough content that has been received so well now that I can put little like nuggets or little Easter eggs like that in new things that I'm filming.
'Cause people remember.
remember them, and I love that. That's
Because it
that's
feels
a,
good.
yeah. It's like a special thing.
Yeah.
You know, for the people that have been watching.
Yes, that shit is
Like,
funny,
yeah.
Dick. Honestly, that's just super funny. I love them. I love them. And your mom?
My mama?
Your mama, like she's so proud. I love. She
Oh
was
yeah,
so sweet.
she's so sweet. Yeah.
Super sweet. She walked up to me and she said, "Ah, man, I couldn't wait to meet you."
Oh yeah.
She's like, you know, I couldn't wait to meet you. Thank you. Like, you know, super nice, super
Yeah.
nice. I'm sure she's so proud of you.
She is super supportive, you know, super proud. Cause especially, you know, cause she knows what we've been through, you know, she's been through it too, you know, and she knows how hard I work too.
Yeah,
So
that part.
yeah.
That part.
And she
She
definitely
sees you
definitely-
freaking moving around,
Yeah.
recording yourself.
And every now and then I'll get her and I'll be like, hey mama, I need you. You know, come stand there, you know, help me.
Well,
Like,
that's good though, you know, because we need help.
sometimes, yeah.
No,
And-
I feel like we need help like a lot, especially when you're
Yeah.
doing so much.
Yeah.
You need help.
Yeah, and I'm learning that. I'm learning to accept help and ask for help.
Yeah.
Rather than just trying to do everything on my own, you know, because
Yeah.
like, you know, it's in a distorted way of thinking, I'm like, oh, it's easier for me to just do everything by myself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And reality, it's not, you know? It's like, man, like, if I had somebody that could edit for me, or if I had somebody that could, you know, hold the camera for me, or if I
Mm-hmm.
had, you know, all X and Y and Z,
Uh-huh.
it would be amazing. But
Well, looking like for myself and my husband, we do everything by ourselves.
yeah,
I mean, now he has an editor, you know, that helps him, but he doesn't. We won't let anybody. What's happening?
Don't focus on that. You're good.
We won't. We're all. But like for indicted, we don't let anybody edit it because it's too sensitive.
yeah,
You know, we just can't.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, if you're able to, if someone's there to help you, you know, why not? You know,
exactly, yeah.
why not?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to say?
Man, I don't know. Any other questions? Salute to everyone in the chat. Yep, saludos, saludos.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. These fools are out of control.
Everybody in the chat.
What? Wait, no, that's nothing important. None of these are.
Here, there's a question up here from Michael Tejada.
What is-
Have you ever thought that you'd be in the spot in your life today, coming from prison to now, where you're at, and your message has become a message, and your test has become a testimony?
Hey, yeah, that's one of Bernice's favorite sayings, my manager's favorite sayings. Test has become a testimony. Yeah, and there is a part of me that always knew that I wanted this life, and like there's like, believe me, there's people in prison, you know, that have my autograph. Like that got my autograph when I was in prison, because I would always be like I was determined, like fool, if I make it out, I'm gonna make it.
That's right.
You know? And that's just always been my mindset. Like there's no, you know, there's
But
no
you are
leeway.
making it though.
Yeah, exactly.
You are making it.
Thank you.
You know, obviously we feel like when we make it, that means we have to have 1,000,000s, but making it is within you.
Exactly. And I mentioned that when we were on the podcast with Icon, and the truth is that like sometimes I get so busy that I'm doing so much that I forget I'm already living my dream, you know?
There you go.
I'm already living my dream, you know, and yes, there's so many things that have happened, you know, that I kind of envisioned would be like, oh, like, yeah, like I'm doing it, you know, like, yeah, now I'm, you know, like I have music out, I've been on TV, you know, like, and these are all things that I envisioned myself doing. But to answer your question a little further, you know, there's some things that have happened in my life that I could have never imagined. Like, I'm tripping out. I've been honored by the city of LA
Yes.
3 times
Love
in
that.
the last 2 months.
Congratulations.
That's incredible to me.
Yes.
That is insane.
Bro, that is like everything.
Like, and like that's one thing that in all my wildest dreams, of all the dreams that I could have dreamt in myself, sitting there like, oh, I'm gonna be in front of thousands of people, I'm gonna be on TV, I'm gonna be winning an Oscar, I'm gonna be doing this. Never in once in my life did I think I was gonna be getting certificate from the city of LA acknowledging my contribution to you know, to the community through my art. You know?
Love that.
And I'm just like blown away by it. I'm like, that's crazy. You
That's
know?
crazy.
So yeah.
That answered did that answer his question?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
right?
think so. Yeah, to the most, yeah.
Yeah, what else? Shout out to all 207 of you guys.
Dang, we
Especially the
did it,
chismosos.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone here.
Damn.
I'm glad Alex is getting the views. Gracias.
Alex's day.
Where do you want to be in 5 years from now? And you already answered that one, right?
Oh yeah. Did I say where I want to be in 5 years?
Where do you want to be in 5? No, yeah, you just said if you send any cash apps to Big Grumps.
Yeah. Yeah, where do I want to be in 5 years? I just want to be pretty much doing the same thing that I'm doing now, just on a grander scale, for sure.
I
You know,
agree.
just working bigger projects, bigger house, nicer car.
You're getting your credit for.
I'm working on my credit. I just want some AC right now. Like I'm saying, it's rough all the way up here with no AC in the windows now.
Look, trip out on this. So I have a Cadillac, a 91 Cadillac,
Oh,
and I've had it for 10 years.
okay.
And I won't ever give it up because that was my everyday car. Because I couldn't have another car.
Yeah.
Well, whatever, you know what I mean? I couldn't have another car.
Yeah.
And that was my everyday car, and I didn't care. I was riding with the damn windows down, no AC,
Yeah.
hot as hell, but I was cruising.
Mhm.
I was cruising. But in due time, you're gonna get everything you want.
Exactly.
You know, now we got 3 freaking car payments.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Damn, man.
yeah, 3 car payments,
Yeah.
all kinds of shit.
Mhm.
You know, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean that, like, you know, you won't have to go through the obstacles. You know,
Exactly.
in order to be up, you have to fall.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not necessarily fall, but you can't always be up.
Yeah. You gotta be at the bottom of something to get to the top of
because
it.
you go like this, you're like, man, I feel like everything's good, and then bam.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, when you're like down, don't worry,
Mm-hmm.
because we gonna go up.
It's just an opportunity to get back
There
up.
you go.
Every time you fall down, it's just an opportunity to
You
get
know,
back
and
up.
sometimes my falling down doesn't mean our fallings are not the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like certain things, it's like, oh man, I feel like everything's on me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, shake it off. Because this is just like, you know, you're supposed to, here you go, feel this, because then you're going to get this,
Yeah.
you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's how we have to live, and that's how we have to think.
Mhm.
And I feel like for me, I always think like I always have to live my life like I'm programming still,
Mhm.
but because it's what saves me,
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
even though I've been out for a long time. Like, so what?
Yeah, yeah, it's the same for me too. So I get that feeling a lot too. Like when I start letting myself go, when I start like relaxing too much or like eating too much or letting myself get too comfortable, like something switches in me. It's like boom, like no,
Yes,
turn
program,
the program
get
back
up.
on.
Uh-huh.
Get back into gear, you know?
Yes.
Like go to the gym, work out, get up early. You know,
Even
you
if
got
it's
this,
just for that
this,
2
this.
days to get you going.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You need a jump start. Those 2 days are your jump start, and they get you right back into your thing
Yup.
and keep going.
Yes. Love that.
If you could collab with any artist, actor, or comedian, who would it be, perro?
Man, you know what? I was just talking about this, and it's kind of crazy, you know, because like manifestation is like a real thing, and I'm like, it blows my mind a lot of time. But I made a list of like people I wanted to collab with, and I just mentioned like I put Rene Vaca's name on that list,
And you were just with them.
and out of nowhere he calls me, literally called me on Instagram. And that's how I met him. You know, he invited me to
Nice.
the show and like stuff like that, you know. And then like
Manifestation.
manifestation, you know, and like I have a bunch of other people that that I would love to work with as well. And yeah, there's so many comedians, you know. Obviously, you know, all the boys that I've already worked with, I'd love to continue to do work with them, you know. Doing all concrete, Jerry, Jay, Valentino, you know, all those guys, Dinero, I love all of them, you
They're
know.
like out of control. Those
I
fools.
love them. I love them.
Those fools are out of
I
control.
love it.
Shout out
I
to the
love it.
homies.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Are
keep
you-
getting wild, fools. Do it.
I was
You know what
lost
I'm
in my own sauce over here on the phone, but did you ever say it during this conversation that you're gonna start doing stand up, or you didn't say that?
No, I actually didn't mention anything about it, but,
but you
yes,
are.
yes, I am.
yes.
I do want to do stand up. I want to start getting into it more. Before I started my acting class that we just did the play with,
Okay.
I had done one open mic night, and there's a spot close to my pad called the Bellflower stand up. Yeah, stand up. I don't know.
one of
But
those.
yeah, but either way, they have a open mic every Wednesday night. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna start doing this. And then I completely forgot that my acting class was about to start, and it's on Wednesdays.
Aw.
So I did one open mic, and then I didn't get to do any more.
Well, how did it
all
go for that one time?
It was like whatever. It was all right.
Don't be hard on yourself.
No,
it didn't go how you thought it was gonna
No,
go.
no, not like that. Not like that. It was just it's just like anything, you know. It's when you start something new, you have to build up to it. I don't think I was the worst person to go up there that night for sure, especially being my first time. I feel like I did really well. And and there was
you
only,
made the crowd laugh.
yeah, there was only like 6 people in the whole
So
crowd.
that's the crowd.
Yeah, exactly, you know. So but it was good to get my feet wet and just try, and I've gotten a lot of people that have been asking to like, when are you gonna do stand up? When are you gonna do, you know, like,
Because you have a lot of voices, fool.
yeah, that, you know what, I kind of had a bit of a revelation last night because I was watching Rene do his show, you know, and I was just like blown away by all these comedians that were going up there, and like how animated they could be or how engaging they are with the audience, you know, and everything. And there's so many things that you could do, and like, truth is, you know, like, it's just like going up there and putting on a one-man play, you know, like you just like I could go up there and do anything. I could be 4 or 5 different characters in one, you know, one show, you know, one stand up. In 15 minutes I could be 3 different characters. I give 5 minutes to each character.
Yeah.
You know, and just switch. And I know that people like that's one thing that I know that people enjoy watching from my content that I've gotten, just like you say you like the ones where they're on the phone, you know.
That's just fucking hilarious,
Like
bro.
when I go from the guy that's, you know, being the player, and then I go to the fool who's crying, you know, and then you go to the fool who's grumpy, you know, and like people are just tripping out like how you switch.
It's
like
so
that.
funny, bro. Like you really got it. Like you really got it.
Thank you.
And you're gonna continue, and you're gonna go freaking far.
Yes.
Far.
Oh, thank you.
You know?
I just hope. I'm just hopeful that I will be able to continue to do this work for a long time.
Nah, you got this, fool.
Yeah.
You got this.
Thank you.
There's no reason why you wouldn't be able to,
Yeah.
as long as you got breath in you.
Yeah. Well, you never know. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, God forbid.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't matter. That's
Yeah.
neither here nor there.
Hey,
because
but really, at the end of the day, even if I die, you know what I'm saying? I'll be
gotta
up there
look-
making somebody laugh up there.
that's right.
I'll be
That's
over there
right.
roasting Jesus' busted sandals. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
That's I'll just laugh.
Ay, Diosito, please forgive
He
him.
would laugh. He would laugh. He loves me. He knows me. He
Nah.
knows me.
Yeah, he
You know,
knows. He's under control.
He knows himself. You know, I say my
I love it. Well, before we go.
starts his brocha and the whole
No,
thing.
he does have a super one, though,
I
you know?
Yeah, that's like when you feel the Santa Ana winds coming in with those guys, the brocha, and it blows in across all the land.
That's funny. You're dumb.
That brocha wind.
So imagine if I let mine girl.
Hey,
I'll really be the fucking prosciutto.
like that. Me, man.
That's funny. No, that's terrible, actually.
Everybody.
Shout out to the food community in the chat.
Oh, fool, we ain't talking about you guys.
Viva la
The boy is anxious. The boy is anxious.
Serious, dick.
What's the crown mean?
It is not that serious.
What's the crown mean? What is the crown? What crown?
I don't know.
I think they're referring to some other nonsense in the chat, perro.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's been real.
It's been real.
It has been, man. It's always fun, man. I love you guys. It's
Yeah,
also
it's
cool.
good.
Always cool to come hang
We
out.
gotta
with
be
you guys.
positive, no
Yeah.
negative energy, you know?
Yes. Hang out. We get to laugh. We
Afuera.
get to have some fun. You know?
Yes.
Yeah. We talked about some things. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Life.
good.
Yeah,
Well, before we go, would you like to say anything else? Because you know, visitation hour is only an hour.
Visitation hour is only an hour. Yeah. No. Shout out everybody in the chat. Shout out you guys for having me on
No, of
again.
course. Thank you
guys.
for coming.
Appreciate
Thank you for coming.
The only thing we're really working on right now is we're doing music. We're trying to step into the music a little bit more. Yeah,
I
if
got
you guys
you.
want to go
That's
stream
right.
some music, check it out.
Are you on
Alexander-
platforms?
I'm on all platforms.
Mic
right
drop
now.
coming soon.
Huh?
Honey pack mic drop coming soon.
Oh, a honey pack mic drop coming soon. Yeah.
Mic drop.
Let's do it.
Sound like me, fool.
Yeah. Who, me? Do I have to freestyle, fool? Because I suck at freestyling.
Nah. You could come right here with your guitar, do whatever you want.
Yeah, fool. We're gonna do a special mic drop. I'm gonna sing some country.
Yes.
Like never before seen on the mic drop. Yeah.
I don't know. Did we do Louis?
Did
Louis the
we do
singer?
Louis the
Has he been on?
singer?
He's been on Indicted.
Shout out Louis.
Hey, Louis
He was on Indicted?
He's been on Indicted.
I don't know. I met him randomly. He accidentally accepted my invite on TikTok.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and we started chopping it up. But shout out Louis, man. 'cause
Nah,
he's
he's been on Indicted.
yeah, because he's paving the way for fools to come in and sing country music.
Yes, I got my little boots. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's right. Uh-huh. She come through my hat.
But you have to have boots, fool.
I know. I need, if anything, I'll get boots before I get a cowboy hat. I always told myself, and I'll probably end up breaking it down because, you know what I'm saying, my body's not. But I don't know, after seeing the Mexican OT fight that bull, I might be down.
Hey, no, boots.
That was fire.
Boots
Bro.
are super comfortable.
Well, no, what I'm saying about the hat though is I always told myself that I wouldn't get a cowboy hat until I threw it down, until I rode a bull.
You better get on top of it.
Yeah, I'm
fool.
gonna get up on them like, I'm gonna be like, hey, hold it down, fool.
Hold it down.
Holding it down, you know what I'm saying? With the rush out slide, fool. The bull going, you know what I'm saying? He gonna have to respect the Russia. He gonna be.
No, you gotta let the hair grow. You have to let the brush out grow.
Yeah,
fool.
I know, and this is as big as it gets.
Let me
know?
give you some advice if you're gonna
I
ride the
just put
bull.
my hair like this.
You gotta grab on
Yeah.
by the horns.
By the horns?
No, you have to.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Really?
Or you're gonna tie your hand, or you're not gonna tie your hand down, bro. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And you have to hold yourself like this.
Yeah.
But you're not a pro yet, so I would like get the two hands.
Two hands.
You're gonna fall with one.
Shit. Hey, but you gotta have one hand free to grab your hat.
You can't. It's impossible. It's not that easy.
I know.
Have you ever rode the mechanical ones?
Yeah.
Did you hold on to the tail?
I'm good. I don't know, but I lasted a long time. For real. The last time I did, I don't know, but she had to turn it up like all the way to get me out.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Well,
and they kind of worked me too because I think I would have won the competition, but they started my timer like way like after like I had already been on for like a good minute. And then they cranked it all the way up.
Damn, you're broken, fool, chill.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's not a real bull. That's a mechanical bull.
Yeah, but yeah, bulls are kind of. I've gone to a lot of
So the rodeos?
it's been like Mexican ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's crazy.
Yeah, but I would love to do it. I do a lot of wild, crazy stuff.
You should try a horse. A wild horse is kind of
A
easier.
wild horse. You know what? I always thought about that too, man.
Before you get on the bull.
Break a wild horse, that would be crazy.
Before I don't know if you're gonna be able to break one. Cause those fools are crazy. Oh no!
I walk up on the horse, fool. I check it out, fool. You gonna let me ride you, fool? This how it's gonna go, fool. Check.
Is that fool listens?
Yeah, he listens.
Imagine.
He like spends some food bound up.
Hey, he puts his little feet there.
I give him a cup of warishi.
Give him a little.
There, fool. After I break him, we have our shot of coffee together.
That's fucking funny. That's hilarious. All right. Well, anything else you want to say before we go?
Man, I love you guys. That's it, man.
Yeah, I love you guys too. Thank you all for tuning in.
Tap in. Yeah.
Stay tuned for more, you guys.
Shout out to all of our sponsors before we go. Shout out to Royalty Honey. Make sure you guys get your honey packs. Follow them at The Real Honey Packs on Instagram, at The Real Honey Packs. The real page got clapped. Don't worry, Pedro. I'll send you home with a couple. Shout out to For His Glory. Make sure you guys get all of your custom jewelry from For His Glory. All your diamonds, all your gold. Shout out to For His Glory.
I got one.
You got a grill?
Yeah.
Now we got you. Don't even trip. Shout out to Shockaware. Make sure you guys check out shockaware.com. And yeah, as always, thank you guys for visiting. Visitation is now over, perros.
Bye, guys.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. We know what you want. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, Juanies. We got you, perro.